life, going back to about 3 years ago. It completely changed my life, and it really took off, dating back to, I think it was last October, if I'm not mistaken, right? Last October. And, I actually went to this seminar. As you all know, Bob Proctor is in the company of IM Academy. He's actually one of our most our top educator of the company when it comes to mindset. And, it's such a blessing to have him in the company. But I was at one of his seminars, and it's all about personal development. Your mind, right? Your income will never surpass your mindset, right? And if you continue to grow the mind, the income will always follow. And I was at one of his, his paradigm shifts, and I got the pleasure, right, to connect with this individual. And we actually went to our VIP dinner with Bob Proctor. And I sat at this table, this sharp-looking dude, in a nice little suit. And I was very dressed down. I had some nice designer or whatever on, but I didn't have a suit or anything. And I noticed like everybody was tuning into what he was talking about or he was saying. And just the value, I was only at the dinner table for maybe 30 minutes, and we started to connect, a little bit. We exchanged phone numbers, and over the course of time, this is last October, so almost a year now. And, over that course of time, we started connecting, we started masterminding with each other. And I actually had a lot of my breakthroughs, working with this individual. And, very directly, weekly, I've been working with him for, I would say, about 6 months now, helped me achieve chairman, and not only chairman, but about 100 people away from chairman 25. In a couple of weeks, we'll smash that as a family and really become a trader, right? A trader chairman, right? Redefine what chairman is. We use Gold Cup, we make money, right? But also we build, and help a lot of people. And I had the pleasure of connecting with him, and through his guidance, through his mentorship, I've had some major breakthroughs when it comes to income, when it comes to mindset. And the beauty of this is, you always hear me preach that you're going to hear similar information, but just on a higher vibration frequency. This individual has eclipsed 8 figures. He's a network marketing professional. Not only that, but he's, made multiple startup companies, and Bob Proctor's #1 coach, right? And that speaks volumes, right? Because to get into Bob Proctor's inner circle, right, you got to be doing something. And just firsthand for myself, I've seen the impact within myself, not just myself, but, a lot of the stuff that I'm learning, I'm applying, but not only applying, but a lot of the same teachings that I do with you guys one-on-one or through a big webinar is I teach you, right? So the information he's taught me, I've duplicated to you guys, and here it's going to be coming from yours truly, right? Without further ado, right, I want to bring to here the person that's really helped me the past 6 months, change the game for a lot of people, and has the information that's going to help you get to from where you are to where you're going. So without further ado, Brian Dalmoso, can you hear me, brother? I appreciate you. Before you take over, I just want to say thank you for pouring value into my team. Thank you for providing a lot of value for a lot of people. Not only that, but helping me have those breakthroughs. Take it away, bro.
I'm happy to do it, brother. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
You are live. You're good.
Honestly, it's my pleasure. I've loved working with you for the past 6 months, like you said, and anything I can do to help out entrepreneurs. I mean, you've been around the industry. You've been around Bob. You've been around the events, and you get bit by the bug. You learn some information. It impacts your life on a very, very high level, and you just kind of get that bug of wanting to help other people, teach, coach, train, whatever you can do. So I'm happy and honored to be here. Anything I can do to help you grow and to help the IML team grow here is an honor and a pleasure. I just love what you guys are doing. I mean, you guys have a recession-proof business. I'm a huge fan. And without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. It's going to be like drinking from a fire hose, guys. So if you get a pen and a paper, make sure you're taking notes. But this is going to be recorded. We'll make sure to get this out to you. And we're going to do a few sections here, too. We're going to go over some mindset training. I want to highlight the industry, though. A lot of people are in network marketing, don't understand the profession, don't understand what you're sitting on. So this will be a good tool for you guys to use as an escalation tools. And then we're going to get into some mechanics, just some basic, simple things you can do that I've been working with Luke that are that'll get you guys rocking and rolling. So let's get into it. And guys, you know, wealth is 95% mindset. When I say wealth, it's not just money, right? It's the whole human experience. It's you know, relationships. It's that relationship capital. It's friends. It's love. Finances is a piece of it, but you guys can see in your company, you know, when somebody's really rock and rolling at a high level, you know, they're helping a lot of people. They're rolling their sleeves up. This is not a lottery ticket. A lot of people make the mistake of getting into network marketing. It's not a lottery ticket. It's a business. It's just a very highly leveraged business, right? So wealth is 95% mindset and about 5% what you do. And I'm going to show you some examples. I like to give facts and figures. I like to neutralize people's minds and not just spout stuff that's not based on facts. So, you know, a lot of you guys are traders here and you understand the stock exchange. And, you know, somebody can be a trader, you know, on the stock exchange, or in this very same vertical, they can be a trader, right? Warren Buffett is a very high level trader of companies, trader of stocks. So same industry, different mindset though. When Luke said it's 95% mindset, he wasn't kidding, right? So same industry, different mindset. And, you know, think about the real estate industry. I work with a lot of realtors. I train a lot of brokers inside of some really big global companies. And, you know, people can be in real estate and be a realtor, or you could be like Uncle G and be in real estate, right? Same industry, different mindset. Really let that sink in. Let that sink in. And what we're doing here together, you guys are, you know, you're all network marketers, and we're gonna give you some ammunition about the network marketing industry that'll help you guys out. You guys are all network marketers. You can be, you know, one of the herd, right? You can be a network marketer, or you could be like one of your very own Alex Morin, right? You could be a network marketer operating at a very high level. And again, you know, he trains one-on-one with Bob, that it's a mindset, right? So I can't say enough how much mindset is going to contribute to everything you do. And it doesn't really matter what you're in, what business you're in, what it is you're trying to do. Everything is mindset. We become what we think is not just a cute phrase. It's actually a physics statement. We become what we think. All science and all theology throughout history, they've disagreed on almost everything except the fact that we become what we think. So the big question is, what are you thinking? But not just what are you thinking, what are you thinking consistently, the dominant thoughts in your mind, right? And let me just school you a little bit here on the industry of network marketing, because I was completely ignorant. My background is mechanical engineering, solar engineering, architecture, construction, traditional business. And I was completely ignorant to the industry of network marketing until I get educated. It's over a $200 billion a year industry. It's bigger than Amazon, right? Think about that. There's more millionaire network marketers than there are millionaire realtors. But again, guys, it's not a lottery ticket. It's a business. It's legitimate global business. And I think if you can really frame that and get that in your minds, that it's going to take as much work, if not more, than any other company. It's just that it's leveraged, right? You can build that M3 income. You can duplicate, teach, coach, train, and for lack of a better word, you can really franchise out, right? Now, the one thing I love about IML and iMarkets Academy is you guys have a recession-proof business, and that's not just a claim, right? Forex trading, it doesn't matter if the markets are moving up or down. You're only looking for spreads and deltas. So when I say it's recession-proof, it wouldn't matter if the economy's booming or sliding. If you're on the right side of the equation, and you guys have the tools, that's what your company is. It's a set of tools to educate somebody on how to potentially earn money if they apply the tools, right? So you can legitimately say you have a business that if people study it, can help them even during downtime. So I really want to highlight the industry of network marketing here, though. For me, like I said, I've had superior traditional education, engineer, architect, builder. We were working on nuclear submarines for turbines and things like that for power generation. And, you know, I was barely cracking six figures, right? Traditional education, superior mindset, but no leverage. As soon as I started working with Bob and understanding the material we teach on mindset, I was able to scale my traditional construction company about 1,000% in 12 months. And I don't say that to impress you. I was actually rowing the same boat of ignorance up until age 43, right? So, and then I was able to take that and develop a software company and a gaming company. And like Luke said, with the #2 earner in our network marketing company. So what I'm really trying to say here is if I can do it, you guys can do it. I'm not anybody special. I just been very, very blessed to get in front of some information. I'm a really good student. I'm like Luke, and Luke's a really good student. I mean, he you give him some directions and he just does it, right? And it doesn't matter if he wants to do it, if it's comfortable or not, doesn't matter. So I want you guys to be some really good students and surrender to the process. But understand your industry. Most global thought leaders actually recommend network marketing to build that initial wealth. You know, if you talk to Richard Branson, I've worked with him a little bit. You talk to Bob Proctor, I mean, he's all over the world promoting network marketing, even though he's never been a network marketer. You got to ask yourself, why is it? Why do billionaires and 100 millionaires like Bob recommend network marketing? It's leveraged, right? This is where you can learn leadership. You can learn to public speak, teaching, coaching, training. Now think about this. Your first year in network marketing, it's like your first year in college, right? You're going to learn a lot of things and you're going to be able to earn a few dollars, right? Some of you might earn a lot, but by and large, you're going to learn a lot. But your first year in college, you don't get paid. Why is it people can put up a lot of money to go to college, they'll mortgage their homes, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years in college with no expectation of earning, and they end up with a lot of debt, right? But when we get into network marketing, people come in for 2 or 3 months and they're like, you know, where's my paycheck, right? It's a school like anything else, but you actually get paid while you learn. Think about this, right? And some of you get paid very well if you're really good and you're really putting in your time and following the system. But you get to learn leadership. And one of the things Bob says, which I love, is network marketing is one of the truest forms of compensation there is on the planet, right? There's no hiding in network marketing. You get paid what you're worth. And if you help a lot of people, if you get good at your craft, if you guide a lot of people, right, that impression of increase, then your compensation is going to match the service to many. So think about that. I mean, that's right in the Bible. Service to many leads to greatness, right? Well, that's what network marketing companies are. And again, you get paid while you're learning. So make sure when you're out there talking about your company and you're exposing this, that you're very transparent, you're very honest with people, no false income claims, and that you don't need to make a false income claim, right? Not many businesses you can build up and build that leverage over time, right? So be proud about what you guys are doing. Be proud of your company. And you know, I just want to give you a little bit of background because network marketing for me was a gateway into entrepreneurship, right? It was a gateway into entrepreneurship. It taught me to teach and coach and train, and now I'm the CEO of 4 companies. And this is where I met Bob Proctor in the first place. So I have a huge soft spot for the network marketing industry. And guys, I want you to take a look at this slide, right? Take a look at this slide and understand that 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. I'm not making these numbers up. Think about this. 96% of the world's wealth is earned by 1% of the population. And then more importantly, think about, well, why? Why is this? People go to school, we go to college. I went to college. And again, I was rowing that same boat of ignorance with no leverage, no M3 income, right? People can, you know, work all over the world and not understand leverage, right? So think about this. In your craft, in Forex trading, money moves. It moves around the world from the 95% of people that are not patient and have no system and they're trading on emotion to the 5%ers like yourselves that have a system, right? You have this system, iMarkets Academy, right? And if you're patient and you have a strong mindset, you can follow the system and you can become successful, right? So mindset in trading is absolutely fundamental. You cannot be trading on emotion. You know, don't get with one of your leaders like Luke that's doing a trade and say, you know what, I feel good today. I'm gonna double, triple down on this one. Luke's on fire. That's gambling, right? You want to follow the system, ease into it, get your paper trading down, and get your mindset down. So whether it's network marketing or Forex trading, mindset is absolutely key. All right, guys. So think about this as you're going forward. And why is it that a lot of Forex traders don't make it? Right? It's the mindset. And here's why, right? We're simply not taught how to build wealth in schools. Right? There was no classes on Forex trading in high school or college. There's no classes on real estate. Real estate's a simple game, by the way. You save up a few bucks, you know, you get your first 3 family, you rent out 2 floors, you're living there for free and you start duplicating. Like I can teach that to a 10-year-old, but there's no courses in real estate. There's no courses on decision-making, no courses on self-image, right? No courses on just wealth building in general. They don't even teach you to balance a checkbook, right? And I'm not beating up on the school systems. We all know this to be true. And they're working in a broken system, right? And they're not teaching paradigms, guys, right? They're not teaching paradigms. So we're going to do a little segment here on paradigms so you understand who and what you are, how you got programmed, why you're having the results you're having, right? So guys, A paradigm is just a fancy word we use to describe a set of mental programs that have almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior. And I'm going to say this a few different ways. All right. A paradigm is just a word that we use to describe all of the mental programs that you have stored in your subconscious mind controlling your results, right? So if you don't like your results, if your income is not reflective of what you want, if your relationship, if your body is not in the shape you want, number one, it's not your fault, so don't beat yourself up. You didn't choose the programs. But number two, we got to change the programs that are causing the results. And I'm going to give you another example here, guys. A paradigm is like an operating system in a computer. When you were born, your subconscious mind was blank. It was wide open. You didn't really have any programs. You didn't have the program called the English language. You didn't have a program called even eating, right? You make a mess eating, right? So we have all these programs and we're born into these environments, right? And imagine if you were born Warren Buffett's son or daughter and you grew up in that environment, right? Over the last 10, 20, 30, 40 years, where do you think you would be financially, right? When you grow up in an environment where there's a financial wizard in your presence, you're going to absorb those programs, right? So what you're learning in iMarkets Academy is programs, Forex trading programs, right? And if you follow the system and you ease your way in and you follow what they're teaching you, the paper trading, small live trading, and you have a bunch of small wins, right? You'll develop programs that you can access that make you a successful trader. It's the same thing in network marketing, programs, right? So think of your subconscious as like an operating system in a computer. And up until now, you have not been in control. You have not chosen those programs. Think about this, right? And it's not your parents' fault or the school system's fault either. There's no blame here. It's just generational ignorance. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 1 in the chat if that makes sense about our subconscious mind. It's like an operating system in a computer, right? So we have all these programs. You didn't choose the programs, but we're going to show you right here and now on this webinar how to start choosing your programs and how to start operating like the leaders in your company, right? Some of them may not know why they're successful. Other ones do, right? They're studying their mind. We're going to show you what that is here. So we have this operating system in our subconscious mind. So when you were born, like I said, you didn't have a program called walking. And then your mentors, AKA your parents, started to teach you through repetition. They held your hands, they moved your little feet, they encouraged you. So think about this. If you need mentors to learn how to walk and speak, why would you think that you don't need mentors for things like building a global network marketing company or trading or building a business, right? So mentors we can shortcut the time it takes. We can highlight the pitfalls, right? And we can hold your hand through the process. So smoking is a paradigm. If anybody here smokes, number one, it's not your fault because you don't know how and why you're programmed. After this, it will be your fault. You can quit. It's very easy because smoking is not a physical habit. Smoking is not a physical habit. It's a mental program expressed physically. Do you guys see the difference? Your body doesn't move until your subconscious accesses a program. So smoking is a program. You weren't born smoking a cigarette, right? You had to learn that. You had to see it over and over and over. Maybe your parents smoked. Maybe somebody smoked at school. And you absorbed this program because you were not a guardian. You were not a gatekeeper to your mind. And this is what happens with everybody. Right now, the planet's going crazy with all this nonsense and this BS about what's going on, and people are just losing their minds. And I'm not saying we need to be ignorant. You just don't want to let that stuff control you. You guys want to create your own economy. Never mind what anybody else is doing. Be a master of your own mind. Study your craft. Have some disciplines. And you can build your own economy. And network marketing is a great gateway. You build up some capital, then you get into real estate, and you can start some other things like Luke has multiple streams here, right? So think about this, guys. Wealth building is a habit. It's a paradigm. It's a program. Anyone can learn it. Any one of you that decides can learn how to wealth build, right? You can learn Forex trading through the company that you're in, and you can learn network marketing as well. We're going to give you some really good things here, guys. And again, this is recorded too, so don't worry too much about taking notes. If you miss something, I go kind of fast, and it's like drinking from a fire hose. But I'm going to teach you a little bit now about levels of awareness. And this right here is going to be some aha moments, because when you start to understand this, there's no such thing as big or small. and I'm just going to use some basic numbers here, 50,000 a year, right? The median income for the US, right? 50,000 a year is not good or bad. It's not big or small. And nobody's earning 50K a year because that's what they want to earn. They're earning that because that's what they're aware of how to earn. Does that make sense? Type of one in the chat if that makes sense, because nobody's earning that because that's what they want. That's just all they're aware of. All right. And even 100K a year, nobody's earning that because that's what they want. That's what they're aware of how to earn. And 100K, maybe they got a job, maybe they're doing okay. 250K, right? Maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a doctor or something. 250K a year, traditional business, right? But I promise you that nobody's earning 250K a year because that's what they want. Now they may be comfortable and they may be lulled to sleep and they may be, have the invisible prison, but that's not because they want to earn that. That's what they're aware of earning, right? And same thing with $500,000, right? Or $1 million. These are just levels of awareness. This is like frequencies or radio stations on a dial that you can tune into. Everything in the universe is on different frequencies, different vibrations. And even 5 million, right? 5 million a year, 5 million a month, whatever it is, that's not big or small. It's just a level of awareness. I saw yesterday that Jeff Bezos set the record for the most earnings in a day. He earned over $13 billion in one day, right? Think about that. When I say there's no such thing as big or small, you're really going to understand that. It's not until you label something. Now, if you label 250K as a lot of money, then you're going to push it away from you. You're going to have a vibrational mismatch. You're not going to be a mental vibrational match for that. You're going to think it's this big thing that's out there, right? But here's what happens. If you buckle down, right? If you study in your mind and you study in your craft, right? iMarkets Live, and you take daily measurable action, 3 things. If you keep doing that day after day, you'll start to have some aha moments. You'll start connecting the dots. More people start joining your business because you're studying in the industry of network marketing, and you're studying your craft, and you're getting better at trading, and you're starting to have some successes, and you start to see these levels of awareness. See, guys, you cannot connect the dots going forward. Steve Jobs says that. You have to make a decision on what you want and move forward on faith. See, faith is a frequency. Faith is believing in something that's not proven yet. And this is what happens. And eventually, if you do these things repetitively, it's not rocket science, right? You'll get to your goals. It's pure, unadulterated math. But here's what happens when you get to your goal. And Luke and I were working on this together. You're going to realize that you could have gone here, right? Now, again, when I say that there's no such thing as big or small, the earth itself is not big or small. Not until you compare it to a golf ball or the universe. Think about this. There's no such thing as big or small. There's only the universal law of relativity, human conscious awareness. It's not until you label something. So guys, whatever you're trying to get to, chairman 10, chairman 25, chairman 100, right? You got to fall in love with the idea. That's not a big thing or a small thing. It's just something you want. It's going to take some work, but I promise you, if you do certain things in a certain way, if you follow the content in the academy, if you follow your leaders like Luke and Alex and Dave, and you do what they did, which is work their ass off, right? These people were not out partying at 19 years old. You will be successful in this. You will start to attract people. You'll start to have some successes, and you'll build some leverage from yourself. All right, guys, type a 7 in the chat if this is resonating. I want to make sure we got you guys here. No such thing as big or small. Let's just make some decisions, understand a little bit about ourselves. You were born a creative success mechanism, right? You have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind, you have a body. If you program that subconscious, it has to, by law, drive your body into action. And that's all your leaders are doing, right? Whether they can articulate this or not doesn't matter. That's what they're doing. So guys, play along in the chat with me here. Take a look at this picture. What does this look like to you? What does this picture look like when you look at this? I mean, obviously it's a cute baby, but what else is this? What does this represent to you might be a better word. What do you guys think this represents? A fresh start. I like that. Blank slate. Yep, absolutely. Beginning, blank slate. Yeah, future. Exactly. Responsibility. A newborn. Pure consciousness. I love it. New, right? Yeah. Guys, this is you. This is you at your current income. And I don't care if you're, a P150 or a Chairman 500. This is you at your current income, because a Chairman 500 compared to Warren Buffett at 37 million a day, right? There is no big or small, just levels of awareness. So this is not good or bad. This is just you at your current income. All right, guys? So think about this. When you were a little baby, imagine if your parents came up to you at 3 months old and say, hey, little baby, here you go. Here's your clothes. And they put the clothes on the floor and they say, have at it, have at it, kid, get yourself dressed. Think about this, right? You might have kind of bobbled your head and looked at the clothes. You might have drooled on them. You might have crapped your pants or something, but you were not going to put those clothes on. We would have used the word impossible to get dressed. Really think about this, guys. I want you to just calm your mind a little bit, put down the distractions, take a look at this picture, let this sink in. Because at one point in time, you were not aware of how to put your clothes on. It was impossible to do that. All right? Now, right now, you might not be aware of how to get to Chairman 10 or Chairman 25 or Chairman 100, right? But everything is possible through repetition. There's no difference here. And unless you're on this webinar right now naked, right? Unless you're sitting home naked, like I'm assuming you figured out how to put your clothes on. If you can figure out how to do that, you can figure out how to get to any level you want in the company. Now, obviously, it takes repetition, time, and work, right? But what I want you to do here is suspend disbelief. It's only your limiting beliefs that would hold you back, not your ability, not your God-given ability. It's not the company. It's only your limiting beliefs given to you by other people. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 7 in the chat if that resonates, because I really want this to hit home. I want to free some of this limited thinking that's holding some of you guys back, right? So guys, take a look at this picture. Take a look at this and jump in the chat here. What does this look like to you guys? Obviously, we got a baby doing some things here, but what does this represent? What does this look like? Messy? What else does this look like to you guys? Got a brand new baby here. Looks like he's maybe trying some things, knowledge building, exploring, messy baby, experiencing, experimenting. Love it, love it, love it. Right? Yeah, well, this is still you. This is still you. 3 months from now, trying some new things. Maybe you blew an account, you blew a couple of trades, right? Like, maybe you're, reaching out to people. Maybe you're having some presentations. You're cutting your teeth. Maybe you got some people saying, nah, I'm okay, dude. It's, it's not for me, right? This is you trying new things. But here's the big difference. Guys, are you enjoying the journey? This is a question you want to ask yourself every single day. Because if you're not enjoying the journey, it means you're in a low vibration. If you're not having fun with this, number one, what's the point? But number two, you are in a low vibration and nobody's going to buy what you're selling if you're in a low vibration. It's physics. People's intuition is the God-given ability to sense vibration. It's not some ethereal thing. There is a bundle of nerves at the base of your spine. That's why they call it a gut feeling. You can sense vibration. And this is why somebody like David or Alex walks into a room and everybody flocks to them, right? It's magnetism, it's attraction, it's vibration. So you better be having fun with this. And if you're not, we got to just calm things down, right? Have some fun, enjoy the ride. Because look at this little baby, man. This dude's having fun. There's not one piece of food in its mouth, miserably failing, but this little dude's having some fun, right? And here's the thing I want you guys to understand. What you're doing right now and where you're at, if you're struggling, I've struggled, Luke struggled, Luke's story. I mean, most everybody here has struggled in some way, shape, or form. I've been divorced a couple times. I've taken multiple 7-figure hits in traditional business, but I've enjoyed the journey. I understand there's no such thing as failure unless you quit. That's the only failure there is. Everything else is feedback. When you blow an account, that's not a failure, that's feedback. But if you get all emotionally involved in it, now you're losing control of your mind, right? People have no problem spending a couple $100,000 and going to 4 years of college, not making any money. But you guys blow an account in your early days and you curl up in a ball. You just got to say, okay, what's the lesson? What did I do wrong? What did I miss? Did I get emotional? Did I set my stop loss differently than I was supposed to? Did I do something other than I was supposed to? Losing trades is a part of day trading. It's a part of Forex trading. It's a necessary part. I've never met a trader in my life that trades at 100%. The best traders I've ever coached or seen maybe get into the 80s, maybe. If you can trade at 60%, you're winning. You can build to the moon, right? So we got to be conditioned. You can't get emotional with this stuff, all right, guys? And again, None of this stuff is your fault. If you're having some struggles right now, if you're even relationship struggles or with your body, none of this is your fault. You didn't choose your programming up till now. Up until now, you were ignorant, and ignorant is not a bad term. It just means not knowing. And your parents were ignorant too. It's not their fault either. Generational ignorance, right? But we're going to move forward with knowledge. We're going to move forward with faith. And I'm going to give you some more stuff right here that's going to absolutely help you guys break out just in understanding why you might be struggling if you are. See, when we're born, we're born ignorant, and our parents are ignorant. We're born to look at our results. This is why they use report cards, right? You go to school for a bit, they give you a report card, bunch of C's and D's on there. You internalize that I'm a C student. You're not a C student. That's just what you were thinking 6 months ago based on information you were probably bored with. But it happens at such a young age that you get labeled like a C student, and you start to internalize this and develop paradigms. So we're taught to look at our results to cause our thinking. You look at the current bank account, your current body, your current relationships, it causes your thinking. And if you don't like some of those things, it sets up feelings, right? Feelings is a word that we use to describe the conscious awareness of the vibration you're in. This is not opinion, this is physics, right? So if you tell me you feel sad, what you're saying is I'm consciously aware that I'm in a low vibration. If you feel excited or happy, what you're saying is I'm consciously aware that I'm in a high vibration. Most of you that know Luke know that he's almost always in a high vibration. That's what somebody that's moving at that speed and multiple things in coaching, teaching, training, right? In the tonalities, that's what that is, high vibration, all right? So the thinking causes the feelings of the vibration. Now the vibration is what moves the body into action. Low vibration, low actions. That's what procrastination is, all right? So this is what Bob calls a self-fulfilling doom cycle, right? Stop looking at your current results. Stop looking at your current results, not unless you want to repeat your current results. Think about this. I work inside of corporations all over the world teaching this, and they're looking at last year's results. And the first thing I say to them, why are you doing that? Are you trying to repeat last year's results? And they're like, well, no. Okay, let's start to set some new goals. So guys, take a look at this screen here. When I build this out, I want you to take a screenshot. People like Elon Musk, they start with new thinking. Bob Proctor, new thinking, right? Bill Gates, new thinking. New thinking causes new feelings, right? And my short-term goal is $10 million a month through multiple revenue sources, multiple companies and revenue streams. And that's not a big goal or a small goal. It's just what I want, right? So I always have the new thinking, my life script. I'm just programming, brainwashing myself. You guys want to have goal cards and vision boards and life scripts. You want to be putting good information into your mind because there's a law of opposites. A law of polarity states that if you're not consciously putting good information in your mind of what you want, then by the law of opposites, you're going to get what you don't want. The noise and the chaos and the BS from the outside world sinks right in, and it causes you guys to be in a low vibration. So new thinking, high vibrations, the body moves into new actions. Next thing you know, you're picking up the phone, you're reaching out to people, you're in a high vibration. You no longer care what these people say. You're just going to put out the cause. My cause, I'm going to take the next 24 months and I am reaching out to 50 people a day, and I don't care what the results are, right? The new actions, new tonalities, new vibrations, they're going to cause new results. Guys, I could teach this to a 5-year-old. Take a look at this. All we're teaching you to do is operate 90 degrees out of phase. Stop looking at your results. Start with the energy, the new feelings, the new thoughts, the no thing, right? Thoughts become things. This iPhone that I got right here used to be a thought in Steve Jobs' mind. Now it's a thing. That's what Chairman 25 is. That's what Chairman 50 is. It's no thing right now. It's a thought in your mind. But you got to hold on to that thought in a high vibration for a long enough period of time for the law of gestation to let the seed plant and transmit to and through you into other people, also known as a massive network marketing business. Does that make sense, guys? Type a 1 in the chat if this is making sense. Again, we try to teach this at a very, I can teach this at a 5th grade, right? This is not hard information. It's just not taught in schools. All right, guys, we're going to dig a little deeper here. This little guy here that we call the stick man, this is also known as the mind map. You understand this and you'll understand your team, your spouse, your kids. You'll understand everything about everybody, and you'll learn to sell to people's paradigms too. All right. Let the larger circle represent your mind. And if you're working with Bob, you've seen this, but guess what? It's the repetition of the ideas. If you've seen this, don't zone out right now. You don't got it. I promise you, you don't got it, because Bob's been studying for 60 years and he doesn't have it, right? And I study this every single day. This is you, this is me, this is how it all works. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, body. You got to take the idea, Chairman 25, Chairman 50, you have to auto-suggest that, which means you need to repeat it to yourself in the morning, midday. You need to fantasize, emotionalize. You got to get that thing from the conscious mind into the subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind is driving the thing we call the body. Guys, when you walk across the room, you're not consciously walking, right? You're accessing a program called walking, and your subconscious does the walking. Does this make sense? Think about this. If you tried to consciously walk right now, you'd fall on your face. You have to control hundreds of muscles in succession. The conscious mind can't do that. The conscious mind only processes about 40 bits of information per second, while the subconscious processes about 4 million bits per second. So you have these parts of the mind, and they're designed to do different things. Subconscious mind, it stores programs. Conscious mind is the thinking mind. This is where you get the idea. Maybe I could be a Chairman 100. Maybe I could do that, right? That's where the idea comes from. And then you need to repeat it over and over. So guys, I'm going to show you how most people are programmed. We're born in ignorance. I told you our parents are ignorant. The schools are ignorant. That's not a bad term, just means not knowing. I am largely ignorant about almost everything except for wealth building, because that's what I study, right? So most of you have worry and the doubt in the conscious mind. It causes negative thinking, right? Negative thinking and positive thinking, those are not just like, how do I want to say this? Most people say, what do I just gonna be a positive thinker? Well, what's the choice? You can only be negative thinking or positive. And there's negative and positive in every single cell in your body. It's not just unicorns and rainbows, positive thinking, it's energy flow, it's physics, right? So negative thinking causes negative results, and positive thinking causes positive results. But what happens is we have worry and doubt in the conscious mind. It sets up fear in the subconscious mind. Fear is an emotion, or I should say an emotion, energy in motion. Fear does not exist until you put energy to it. And up until now, you might not understand that this is a conscious decision. Fear is an illusion, guys. You want to step on the side of faith, which is knowing. Fear is not knowing. All right? So think about this. Now, fear in the subconscious has to suppress to and through you as the physical form of anxiety. If anybody has anxiety here, this is why, and you can lose anxiety overnight. Anxiety is a choice. You might have been told that it's a physical thing, but it's not. Now, it expresses physically, but it's a mental program that you have. You don't need medication to get over anxiety. The doctors might tell you that. And the pharmaceuticals, they absolutely want you to believe that. With a little bit of work, you don't need that stuff, right? Anxiety is just an expression of a program called worry and doubt. Guys, think about this. Worrying is like praying for what you don't want. I'm going to let that one sink in. Just think about that one. A lot of you have faith and you pray, right? Well, worrying is praying for what you don't want. It's putting energy out into the universe, calling into existence what you don't want. We worry about the bills, you get more bills. You worry about foreclosure, you get foreclosed on. You worry about getting sick, you get sick, right? We need to cut this off at the source and eliminate the worry and the doubt. Anxiety is what produces procrastination. You get anxious, it's like, oh my God, I started this business. What if they say no? And you go to lead a training and you get all nauseous and you know what? Not tonight. I'm just going to go home and watch TV. Let somebody else do that. You turn the TV on and you watch somebody else making millions of dollars living their dream while you're sitting on the couch. That's what procrastination is. Because we don't like the feeling of anxiety, we don't push through it, right? And procrastination, I promise you, will lead to depression, because we are born creators, guys. That's not my opinion. That's what we are. You have a conscious, a subconscious, and a body. Universal consciousness, what you would call God. We have individual consciousness. And if you don't think we are creators, you don't see these iPhones growing on trees, do you? Human beings are born creators. If you're not in a creative state, it's depressing. All right, guys, this is why most people are depressed. So don't be one of these people. Ignore the masses, follow the leaders, right? Become coachable, and you'll become a leader. But big leader or a strong leader is a very coachable follower at first. Even Bob Proctor, myself, Napoleon Hill, everybody, right? You got to be a coachable follower before you can be a strong leader. All right, guys, now what we're going to do here is we're going to change the programming. Right now, you're getting a cap full of information. We're giving you some knowledge through study and understanding. It creates positive thinking, right? I just gave you the secret to completely crushing your entire company. 3 things. Study your mind every day for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Study your industry, right? iMarkets Live Academy. Take daily, measurable, trackable action. 3 things. Repeat, 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 repeat. Surrender to the process. Put your head down for 12 months. Pick it back up, and you'll be in a whole different environment. All right, guys. So faith is knowing. Faith is understanding. Faith is believing in the unknown. Faith is the frequency of mind that you must hold between a decision and the physical result. When you make a decision that you are going to get to Chairman 100, faith is the mindset. It's the vibration of mind you have to stay in, belief, until the physical form shows up. When you get to Chairman 100, guess what? You don't need faith anymore because you have the physical manifestation of the thought. Does that make sense, guys? Faith is a state of mind. Now, most people are programmed in fear, but either way, they don't exist until you put energy towards them. So what I want you to do from this webinar, if you get one thing, is just to understand faith. Faith is just believing that it's possible, right? And it's just your choice. Faith leads to well-being and calmness. You stop thinking about why it won't work, and you just understand it has to work. It has to work by law. If you do these things in a certain manner, in a certain way, and it leads to acceleration, it puts the body in motion, we take an action. Next thing you know, you have somebody that's at ease and really kicking butt. So guys, take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. And if you registered for this webinar, we're going to get you a PDF of this. I want you to print this out, man. Put this on your phone. Print it out everywhere. You start to understand this. Every time you get off, if you have worry, you're moving away from your goal. If you have doubt, you're becoming a vibrational mismatch for your goal. And then you're wondering why it's not working. You have to stay in a high vibration. All right, guys? So guys, take a look at this picture here that I'm going to show you. And what does this look like to you guys? Take a look at this picture. Type in the chat. What does this guy look like? Or what does this represent to you guys? I found this picture on the internet. Overthinking, absolutely. What else does this look like? Confusion, absolutely. Stress, definitely. You? No, Anthony, this is not you. We got to lose that, brother. Yeah, this is what fear looks like. I always like to use pictures. Do you think you're going to build a successful network marketing business when the inside of your mind looks like this? You're putting out that kind of vibration? Think about this. Fear, doubt, worry. These are illusions. Stop worrying about. Stop praying for what you don't want. Right? Think about this. Now take a look at this picture. Take a look at this picture, guys. What does this represent to you guys? When you look at these 2 gentlemen, what do you think? What does this represent to you guys? Happiness? Yeah, I would think so. The new you. I love this dude, Andrew. Mentor and student success. Success. Freedom. There we go. Jermaine, my man. That's exactly what this is. Right? Now, I don't know Alex personally, but I don't need to know him. At 19 years old, this dude had faith. There's no way you get to where he is. You don't get to where Grant Cardone is, wondering and hoping, and is this going to work, and having doubt and giving up. You don't get there. You have to have a state of mind called faith. Now, faith is not just a religious term. It's a physics term, right? Faith is what perseverance is. That's what persistence is. You wouldn't physically persist unless you had faith, right? You're not going to keep doing something if you don't think it's possible. So persistence is the physical form of faith. Faith is the program. This makes sense, guys? Now, either way, you're going to be in fear of faith. You can't, there's no such thing as in the middle. You got to pick one or the other. So since it's a choice from this webinar, why don't we all choose faith? We know the company works. That's not opinion. Forex trading is a multi-trillion-dollar global industry. It's one of the biggest wealth generators. So it's not the industry. It's not the company. You guys have people all over the world crushing it. It's the person looking in the mirror. It's the programming. All right, guys, and we're here to change the programming. So I told you I was going to give you some mindset stuff. I told you I was going to give you some information on network marketing, some concrete evidence about bringing this to people, guys. And you can use this webinar, use this as a tool, as an escalator to show somebody, say, listen, when I got into network marketing, I kind of thought it was maybe a pyramid. I wasn't sure about it either, right? But I met this dude, Brian Dalmasso, and he works with Bob Proctor. And these are people all over the world that understand network marketing. It's a $200 billion a year industry. Like, I'm not saying you need to do this with me, but just take a look at it, understand the professional side of it, right? Because a professional network marketer will out-earn a professional brain surgeon 10 out of 10 times, right? You can be 23 years old and out-earn a brain surgeon in network marketing if you do certain things in a certain way for a certain period of time, right? It's like I said, it's not a lottery ticket. It's an industry. It's a business like anything else. If you study in your mind and you study in your craft and you take daily measurable actions, we're going to talk about daily method of operation, right? The only thing you need to answer, guys, is this one question. How many people today did you ask this question? Are you open to taking a look at my business? If not, no big deal, right? Hey, Frank, listen, brother, I see you're in real estate. I got something I want to run by you. I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not. I'd love to see if it is. Are you open to take a look at a business model I have? If not, no big deal. You master that phrase and answer that, right? How many times you're asking that question? All right, guys, so studying in your mind, we have something. We have the Mindset Masters. It's one of the things Luke and I started with, right? Daily live coaching, little mindset coaching where we teach this stuff. Think and Grow Rich, right? Your leaders, they give you books, you have trainings, right? Study something in your mind, half hour a day, maybe before you go to bed, maybe in the morning. Make sure you're studying in your mind. It's single-handedly the most effective thing you can do. And I know you guys have a lot of training on that. Daily measurable action. Guys, you got to take action, right? So on the trading side of things, and I know you guys have a really good system, don't jump right into live trading, right? You got to paper trade. You got to follow the system, get your methods of operation, your hours of operation. You want to know what time of day you're trading. You want to look at the charts, look at the setups, look at, like Luke with Gold Cup, follow some people, like do this on paper for a bit. And I know your system has paper trading in it, right? What are your hours of operation? You can't be sporadic about this stuff, dude. This is your life we're talking about. This is not a hobby, right? Forex trading is serious business, and you can learn to do it here. Network marketing is serious business for serious people, right? So think about this. So learn, follow the system, right? Have the measurable operation, study the Forex trading, and have hours of operation on your prospecting as well. There's two parts to this you guys can be working with, right? And how many people a day are you reaching out to? Even part-time, you could ask 20 people a day. If you knuckle down for a half hour, you get on social media, Facebook, you get on IG, and you're not, don't be one of those traditional, network marketers that's false income claims. Like, ask people, listen, you're in real estate. I got something that you might be able to build on the side, right? And just be honest about it. I don't know if it's a fit or not, but it's worth checking out, right? Prospecting, you got to get that daily method of operation and then surrender to the process. This one here is the biggest key. I don't even care how many people join your business. And I don't care if you blow trades or not. That may sound weird to you, but I only care if you're doing the cause. If you want a light to come on, you turn the switch. You don't look at the bulb and try to will it into existence. You control the cause, which is the switch. If you're studying your mind and studying your craft and taking action every day, we don't have to worry about the result. It's guaranteed to work. You're a success mechanism. Does this make sense, guys? I want you to fall in love with the process instead of the result. So many of you get into network marketing or trading, and you're focused on the results instead of focusing on the cause, which is the study and the repetition. All right, guys, type a 1 in the chat if this makes sense. If you get this one thing, you can spend all of that energy instead of being frustrated. Frustrated is a loss of control of your mind. All that energy you could be putting towards prospecting or studying your craft. All of your energy wants to just be focused on what you want. Chairman 10, Chairman 25, whatever that is, you want to have a healthy obsession towards that and then just do the work. I love what Ray Higgins says, a good friend of mine. You got to do the damn work. All right, guys? And then you want to have a weekly method of operation, right? Don't let a week go by without plugging into a presentation. You should have on your calendar What are your hours of business? Think about this. If you work for a job, you work 8 to 5, like you're on somebody else's calendar, but you come home and you don't have your hours of operation. When are you trading? When are you studying? When are you prospecting? That's a hobby. That's not a business. You got to get this on your calendar. Now, I'm assuming you guys all want to get to, 4, 5, 6 figures a month. I'm assuming you want to be successful and build global businesses. I'm assuming that's why you guys are here. That's why I'm talking with you very straight. You have to use your calendar. This is one of the things we cleaned up with Luke, and he went straight to the races. And Luke's a serious dude. It wasn't like he was, procrastinating. There was just some small inefficiencies. We start to dial in that calendar, man. You come up with all kinds of time, and you can be very, very effective. You have, family time. You can have your job. You have your network marketing time, your study time. Make sure you have the weekly presentation. Your team's not going to show up if you don't show up. I promise you. This is follow the leader, right? Not follow the guy that's speaking. So you got to show up. You got to have those presentations as part of your weekly method of operation. Guys, I am the number 2 income earner in my company, and I work 5 hours a week in my network marketing company. And I don't say that to impress you. My background is systems engineering. I teach a 5-hour-a-week model to my team, right? In network marketing in general, I could teach you guys a 5-hour-a-week model. But what I do in 1 hour is more than most people do in like 10 hours, right? I can reach out to 50 people in an hour, and that's what I do, right? And anybody could do that. And then you guys get a prospect. You can't worry about what people think. I know people in your company. You have doctors, lawyers, you have professional CEOs. I mean, right to the top of the moon. So there's no lack of professionals in iMarkets Live. It's just your belief system, excuse me, that we got to work on. All right. So make sure you're doing that weekly prospecting, and then promotions. You heard the way Luke was promoting, right? Luke is promotions on steroids, right? You're going to become a professional promoter. That means promoting your company in a very transparent, professional manner. Don't be one of these dudes flashing Rolexes when you start to make, a certain level of success. Don't, it's okay to have one. It's a great reward, but it's not good for the industry, guys. It's just not. It doesn't exude professionalism. The more transparent and real you are about this as a business, the more people will respect it. The more people will sign up, right? If you're telling people, you're showing them it's a lottery ticket, this is easy, they're going to come in and then leave because you sold them a lie. But when you're honest with people, say, listen, you give this thing a 5-year shot. You put in 5 to 10 hours a week. You work with me. You work with Luke. You follow this system. You're going to have some choices about whether you want that job or not. Right? So just be honest and transparent with people, and promote your company, and promote the trainings, and watch what happens. All right, guys, so I want to give you some paradigm shifting tools, right? When we say paradigm shift, it's a mindset shift. And this is the part of the webinar that's really going to give you the keys to the kingdom, the tools that you can use to go from where you are to where you want to be. And most of you have heard of a goal card. I'd be surprised. Let me ask you this, and be honest. Type an 8 in the chat if you have a written goal card in your pocket. Type an 8 in the chat if you have a written goal card in your pocket right now. And it's okay if you don't. We get a couple. One. So here's the thing. I told you that 96% of the wealth is earned by 1% of the population. Well, 1% of the population has a written goal. Let that one sink in. There's only 3% of the world even has a goal in their mind, a clear goal. Now, my goal, I can say it right now, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm earning in excess of $10 million a month through multiple revenue sources by January 1, 2021. I could say that if I came out of a coma, because it's in my subconscious mind. It's on my goal card. Right? So we're going to make sure you guys have goal cards. If you get one thing out of this, write out a statement and carry it in your pocket. Read it in the morning. Read it at night. That one little thing will shift your entire world. All right, guys, and vision boards. Vision boards are not about your goals. They're about the rewards of the goals. This is where if you have a house or a ranch or a charity, whatever it is you want to do, you create vision boards. And then the life script is the one thing we got Luke doing, and he'll come on after. He'll tell you about the life script if he remembers. This is a game changer. The life script is an absolute game changer. Hands down, the strongest thing we do to brainwash yourself is what it is into success. All right, guys, let's start with the goal card. The goal card is a short paragraph with a clear goal. It's meant for your subconscious mind. Carry it on you all the time. Get a little laminated thing, right? And it's read every morning and every night 10 times out loud, right? If you want to have what the 1% have, you need to do the illogical. Some of the things we ask of you, so you're saying, I got to read this out loud? Yeah, read it out loud 10 times at night and 10 times in the morning, right? Unless you want the results of the masses won't do this. It seems silly. But Luke, he told me that he screams out loud in the shower, man. He's like freaking his neighbors out. He's talking to God. Like he is implanting from his conscious to his subconscious where he's moving, right? So think about this. And less than 1% of the population has written goals. So don't be one of them, right? You want to be in the 1%, write out these goals. So have that goal card, right? And the goal card, again, is meant for you to get the goal from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind to the body. We'll take action, set up vibrations, right? This is what auto-suggestion is to get the results you want. You can't start with the result. A lot of you guys, again, you're looking for the result. I hope this dude signs up. That's a result. Don't hope somebody signs up. Hope you get better. Hope you do 10 presentations, right? Hope you're asking the question. Put out the cause. Don't worry about the results. Don't worry about the effects, right? So a goal card helps you guys do this. Now, vision board's a little different. This is the result of the goal. This is where you can have a picture of the Rolex and the Ferrari and the penthouse and the vacations. That's where you want that stuff, right? Not on your, not on your IGs and not in your presentations and things like that. Put that stuff on your vision board, because those are the things that drive you, right? That's the results of the goal achieved. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? It reinforces the goal to the subconscious mind. And guys, we think in pictures. Think about this. Back in the Stone Age, right? Back in the early days of these drawings on cave walls, these hieroglyphics and things, right? Think about this. They would find these pictures of the big hunt, and they would find the animals with the bow and arrows, right? Now, I want you to understand, these early natives, they weren't drawing pictures of something that happened. They didn't go hunt and then draw a picture of the hunt. They were drawing a picture of something they were trying to call into existence from God and the infinite intelligence. I want you to think about this. These people were hungry. They were starving. They were drawing and praying, putting out energy, causing these things to happen. Think about this. Type of one in the chat if this makes sense. We think in pictures. So when you're painting a picture for somebody with your words and your tonalities, right? Paint the picture of what it is to work with you. What does it feel like to be in your team? These people are not buying iMarkets Live, by the way. They're buying you. They're buying your enthusiasm, not crazy stories. Your genuine, transparent, honest enthusiasm about the company, about where you're going, and what does it mean to be in your team? See, I know what it's like to be in Luke's team because I work with him so much. Like, that dude puts out so much content, so much love, so much training. I mean, he'll be up at 2 a.m. with people, teaching, coaching, training, loving. That's how you guys want to be. Answer the question, what does it feel like to be in your downline? When you answer that question, you're going to have the keys to the kingdom. All right, guys, that's the one question you want to answer. And vision boards, this is one of the vision boards I have. This is from 2 years ago. Now, this multi-million-dollar lake house right here was on my vision board 2 years ago. I am actually broadcasting live now in this lake house. Here it is from Google Earth right here, right about there. Now, this house wasn't for sale. This house was never for sale, right? For 2 years, I hounded this dude and I willed this into existence, right? So a vision board is not smoke and mirrors. It's not magical. It's a reminder to cause you to take action, right? So anything that goes on the vision board, for me, it has to happen, right? So think about that. This is a 4-foot by 8-foot vision board. I have something right now. I have a vision book, and it's right here on my desk, right? And I have the visuals, right? I have the visuals of the stuff. And this is where I have the pictures of the Lambos and the penthouses and all the stuff that we're doing, right? So you guys can have a vision book and vision board. It's a good thing to have. I have it right on my desk. The life script, again, I told you, this is the most important part of the entire webinar. If you get nothing else out of this, make sure you do this thing. This is where you take a little bit of time to write out your story. What does it feel like at Chairman 25, Chairman 50, Chairman 100? I really want you to think about this. If you don't know what it feels like, then what that tells me is you're not really serious about getting there. You haven't thought about it, right? The state of mind must be the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Another way to state that is your paradigm must be the vibration of the goal achieved, right? We have to go there before we can be there. You have to live it every day, all day. Chairman 100, Chairman 100. What are you doing? Like, how are you taking care of people? How are you showing up? What are you dressing like? Now, you don't have to go buy $2,000 suits. That suit I have in the picture right here, that's like, I don't know, $150 suit. It's a sharp suit. I get so many compliments on it, but you don't have to spend 2 G's on a suit, right? You can show up and not spend a lot of money. So don't confuse that, right? You can look good and you can show up without dropping a big chunk of dough. All right, guys. It's the written and spoken stories of your life as if. What does it feel like? What kind of physical shape are you in? You know, your relationship, your kids, your family, like you bring people on vacation. You want to write this whole thing out. And we have a version of that in the Mindset Masters. We have a training on the life script. All right, guys, what you're doing is you're brainwashing yourself repetitively. You speak it into a recording and you listen to it in the morning. When I wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym, my life script goes in. I listen to that all the way to the gym. I cycle on the bike for an hour, right? My eyes are shut. I'm listening to my life script. Some of the most successful people in the world, that's what we do. We listen to our future life. All right, guys? And I want you to think about it. It's called the actor's technique. If you guys remember the Batman movie with Heath Ledger, you guys remember Heath Ledger ended up ODing, committing suicide on drugs. And this is the actor's technique. He read a script over and over and over again. He probably listened to it. He played the part of the Joker even when he was offset. He lived the part during the time he was the Joker. And that was such a dark, depressing, sinister character that he wasn't able to come out of it. Think about this. He wasn't acting anymore. He changed his personality through the repetition of speaking this part. Guys, type a 7 in the chat if this is making sense. This is what a life script is. Now, it didn't work out too good for him because of what he was speaking to himself. This is why so many actors are screwed up, by the way. Robin Williams, I loved him as an actor. My God, one of the most brilliant actors. But he played so many roles, I don't think he remembered who the hell he was. So you can literally brainwash and become a professional public speaker, a 7-figure earner, a global thought leader, real estate investor, helicopter pilot, right? Whatever you want by repeating it to yourself. And that's what the life script is. So make sure you guys use this in the appropriate manner, right? Make sure you're paying attention to what you're putting there. All right, guys, now take a look at this picture. I love this picture because in the history of the world, there's only been one tribe ever doing a rain dance, and every single time they danced, it rained. I want you to think about this. Through recorded history, there's been centuries of tribes all over the world rain dancing, different cultures, different centuries, right? And they only found one tribe ever that it was documented that every time they danced, it rained. I want you guys to think about this. Type in the chat, why do you imagine that this one tribe, every time they did a rain dance, it rained, and everybody else was just kind of sporadic? Why do you guys think that is? Cody, you're cheating. You must have been on a webinar. We got a cheater in the house. That's exactly what it is, guys, because they danced until it rained. Think about this, right? These people danced until it rained. As a network marketer, don't get into this company and give it a 3-month shot. Don't give it a 6-month shot either. This is a profession. This can unlock the rest of your life. It will unlock you guys have seen it, right? My understanding is the young gentleman hit Chairman 750 today at 23 years old. So there's evidence all around you. It can be done. And listen, Chairman 25, not a bad place to be, is it? Chairman 10 is more than most people earn in a professional career. So think about this, right? What is it worth? Dance until it rains. Stop second guessing yourself every day. That's a waste of time and energy, and it's a low vibration. It's the opposite of Chairman 50, Chairman 100. Chairman 100 is a high vibration. Fear, doubt, worry, lack, anger is a low vibration. They don't exist in the same universe. You have to put yourself in a high vibration.
I think you're muted.
Oh, here we go. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. The computer crapped out. Can you type a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me? Awesome, awesome. Sorry about that. The internet looks like it crapped out, so we're back. So yeah, you want to dance until it rains, guys. Dance until it rains. Teach this to your downline too. It's one of the most dramatic things you can teach, man. Stop second guessing. Just do the damn work, right? Get a game plan, daily method of operation. Ignorance on fire is better than somebody that's just second guessing themselves all the time. What I want you to be though is intelligence on fire. That's what we're doing here, right? So again, guys, wealth building is 95% mindset, 5% what you do, right? Warren Buffett. These people, they understand decision. Make a decision to get the chairman 25. Make a decision to get the chairman 100 or whatever it is you guys want, right? Make a decision like Luke did to be a professional trader, a professional network marketer, right? These people you see here, they make decisions. Decision means there's no other choice. Decision comes from the Latin desire, which means to cut off all other possibilities. Stop listening to your friends. Stop listening to your family. Not, if they're earning 7 figures a month, then you can listen to them. We're listening to people that don't got it. They don't get it, right? Some of them love you and they want to protect you from the, what do you do? You're doing one of those things. It's like, I gave you enough evidence here, right, to do the thing. So stop listening to people. Make a decision. There's enough evidence around you guys, right? And again, Mindset Masters is something we can help you out, guys. I want you to use your imagination. Right? Use your imagination and think about where you'll be. Take the daily action, right? Prospecting 50 people a day. You can do that part-time, I promise you. 50 people a day, studying in your mind, studying in your craft, right? Where do you think you can be in 6 months, 12 months? Where do you think you'll be in 3 years? Give this thing a 5-year shot, right? Type a 7 in the chat if you're going to give this a 5-year shot, right? That's what it takes, by the way. Professional anything. Don't give it a 3-month shot. There we go. A lot of 7s here. Luke, I'm going to be curious to see how many people are here because you and I are going to be here, right? Imagine some of the things, guys. And again, it's not a lottery ticket. I'm showing you some pictures here. That's just a motivator, right? It's just a motivator. It's not a lottery ticket, though. This is a business. If you do certain things in a certain way, you can bring your family on vacation to places like this. This is where I brought my family last year, right, guys? So you guys have the tools, Chairman 25, right? Play this stuff, Chairman 50, right? Chairman 100. This is all within reach for you guys. People are showing you every single day from all walks of life that it can be done. But you got to make a decision. It all starts with decision, guys. All right, so that's my time here tonight. And Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I say the definition of insanity is getting into iMarkets Live, not realizing what you have, not studying for your mind, and not studying in your craft and quitting. So don't be insane. Stick with it. You guys are in one of the best companies in the world, and you guys are just getting started. So that's my time here, guys. Luke, I want to bring you back on and just wrap up here. Hopefully you guys got some value out of that. And it's been my pleasure to really just give this information. Hopefully help some people out here in your team.
Awesome, Brian. Thank you so much, guys. The information, mindset mastery, with the coaching that we've had, I've had personally, and just the material has changed the game for me. That, like I said, I can't say it enough. It's the information. Once you learn it, it is literally like playing checkers to chess. And the beautiful thing is, right? Drop a 1 if you saw my wife tag me when I was doing my affirmations in the shower. I want to see if anybody heard a few people. I'm screaming my affirmations this morning. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm attracting 6- and 7-figure network marketers. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm creating, attracting. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm an 8-figure earner. You got to speak those, and that's the beauty. I love what Brian covered. And to like bottom line it, your subconscious is really, it's like it doesn't know real from fake, and it becomes like a game, like a video game. You know what you desire, right? You put in the transmutation, the work, the belief, and then the result comes. So You know, you guys here, I preach it all the time on my trainings, and I'm very grateful, very thankful, Brian, you were to come on here and just give us a higher awareness of this material. You know, someone that's been doing this for a lot longer time, a lot more successful, you know, than myself. And it's just an absolute pleasure, guys. Drop some 7s in the chat for Brian. Show Brian some love. You know, like I said, his little program, you know, Mindset Mastery, like really changed the game, you know, and like I said, this material goes far and beyond, and you can never ever master it. So we got the 7s going crazy for you, Brian. Once again, brother, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you, you know, for the past, you know, few months, and then also tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and recap, or not recap, but cap out the call. You know, and everybody have a wonderful night, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in, you know, and on this call for tonight. So have a wonderful night, and God bless. See you guys. Peace.